Hello. So this video is going to be on um Trump being impeached um and how I'm most likely be calling it Trump shouldn't be impeached. Um Putting God and Jesus first or something like that. Some kind of title similar. Either way, it will be related to that and anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put my thoughts on that one. So the question is, okay, well, one, should he be impeached? I would say no. Two, the question is, how is he different than any other president out there? Worse, better, the same? Um, Honestly, yes, he could do better. However, is he worse than any other president out there? I would like to say no. Um, is he better than any other president out there? I am not sure. On the other hand, I also think that it's good I've heard him talk about God and Jesus. I haven't heard in a while. I don't know if that's because he hasn't, or is that because he's been in office for a while, and I do believe it's possible that he just recently got saved when he became elected, because I heard that he became a born again Christian as after he became president around the same time. And I've been born again Christian for a while. However, that's the thing. I've been born again Christian for a while. That's going on around 17 years. When I was 17 years old, I will be 35 coming up this December. And so, if someone like Donald Trump became president, and not long before or right around the same time he became born again Christian, there's a good possibility he could still struggle, or the fact that we're not perfect. No one will ever be perfect compared to God and Jesus that are perfect. And so people to judge him, we need to look at ourselves and realize, who are you to say that? Yes, he's a president, so we need to do a good job when it comes to the job we're doing. However, at the same time, you gotta realize and don't be blind to the government or the world or the way everybody is. And is himself as a president, is he not living up to the expectations as a president? Not as if whether he's a good or bad person, and then that comes down to being a good person in terms of, as a president. What makes him good or not good as a president? Not whether your beliefs match up to his beliefs, but I mean they do have to a point, and that's one reason why in terms of people like, oh well, I don't believe this or I don't believe that, in terms of them saying whether he's a good president or not. But the thing is though, is a lot of things. There's things that he agrees with that make him one of the best presidents out there, as long as he's being honest. But how do we know whether the president's lying or telling the truth? Eventually he can come out, but you know what? No one's perfect. People can have a lot of mistakes. Does that mean they're not a good president? Does that mean that they don't have a good heart? Does that mean that they're worse than the other president or better, or the same? We can judge all we want, even though we're not perfect, and we can be just as bad and worse. And so do I think he should be impeached? No. Do I think that it'd be good for him to be in the office again? I couldn't say yes or no, other than that I do think he did try hard. I do think that he did a lot of good things. And in terms of making our country better, and economically, in terms of, how our country is, that doesn't mean he hasn't done a good job with having a good heart, in terms of trying hard, in terms of, with being a Christian. He could have done a lot of good things and been a good president, and our economy could still go downhill. But that doesn't mean he didn't do good. That doesn't mean he didn't try to do the right thing, and he isn't a good person, even though we're all fall short of the glory of God. We're all sin. We all make mistakes. We all can mess up. We all can be not the greatest at times, or not perfect. Only God and Jesus is perfect. And so should he be impeached? No. How he can be better? Yeah, we all can be better. I noticed a lot of good things about him as president, even when I can see why people can judge him, because he says a lot of judgmental things. But you know what? At least he's being open and honest, even when a lot of politicians don't. Even though I've heard people say he lied. Well, I would like to say most of all politicians lie, whether they'll admit it or not. That's the thing. We need to try to be the best people we can be, and to pray for people, like whether it be the president, everyone, all people, to make this world better. To try to help other people to be better, not just judge them or put them down, or be like, okay, well, he's not a good president. Is he not a good president, or is he not a good person? We all can be good people, but doesn't mean we're good for that job. Um, I do believe he has a lot of good qualities, even when, we're all not perfect. Even when we all have weaknesses, we all can be messed up. We're just gonna keep trying to do the right thing, keep trying to be the best we can be. And whether someone's good or not, let's pray for them. Let's love all. Let's make the world a better place.